beautiful YouTube family, you're welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you're welcome to this space. Like, welcome. Just pick a chair, sit down, grab your snacks and eat. Watch this video and enjoy. I'm sure you must have seen the topic right there before you clicked on this link. I'm not going to be speaking about this topic alone. I have someone here with me, my big sister. Please kindly introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Sickle.
Okay.
You can also call me Grace Junkie. I live with sickle cell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just dive into the conversation. What is sickle cell?
Sickle cell is a genetic blood disorder that affects the red blood cell. It causes it to be deoxygenated, lacking oxygen, thereby causing restriction to movement to parts of the body.
Wow.
What I'm saying is that for every other genotype, the AA, the AS, the red blood cell is circular in shape, round, like a disc form in shape. It's soft, it's flexible, and it can move through the blood vessels without any obstruction. While the red blood cell for the sickle cell warriors that has been deoxygenated, that means they now lack oxygen, they don't have nutrients in them, they are in the form of a sickle. Then if you know that sickle, that's like C shape that farmers use to pluck fruit from the trees. Yes, like a sickle shape. It is tough, rigid, and it is always very thick. Trying to move through the blood vessels, it causes obstruction, and then it gets clogged, causes pain, and anywhere, any part of the body that it stops. It could be the breast, it could be the penis, it could be the knee, it could be joints, it could be any part. Wherever this situation happens, where there's clogginess of the red blood cells that are not healthy, it causes pain, and it also causes lack of blood supply to the entire body, which causes a lot of complication as well.
Okay, so how does a person have sickle cell?
Okay, like I said, it is a genetic blood disorder. They don't catch sickle cell. I have sickle cell, and you can't touch me like this and have sickle cell.
It's not contagious.
It's not contagious. It's not a communicable disease. It has to be passed down to offspring by their parents. Daddy will bring his gene, mommy will bring her gene, and then they have a child that has sickle cell.
Okay, so basically this video is just to create awareness for the sickle cell month.
Yeah, this is September, a month dedicated especially to create awareness on sickle cell. 30 days to create awareness every day, talk about something about sickle cell, and just tell them, just create the buzz around it, let people know that sickle cell is real. Help us eradicate it, as well as people who already exist that have sickle cell can live or should live a productive life.
Okay, so the measures of this awareness, or the reason for the awareness, is to help people that live with sickle cell live healthy, and to also curb the increase.
Yes, not like just help them live healthy. It's to create awareness that this is what is happening to this person. Because you're surprised that some part of the world, they don't even know about sickle cell yet.
Right.
And they have people that are living with sickle cell and probably not well managed, and then they die at some point.
There's this notion of abiku. Yes, I've once heard about it, and it got to my notice that these people were actually sickle cell individuals, but because they fall ill constantly, people don't know the measures to eat, what to take care of them with. Maybe they are even using the wrong drug medication for them. So they'll give them their different things, and then we have this stigma of people still, even in this present time, still looking at people that live with sickle cell. Oh, this one, the person will soon die. Oh, this one, this. There's this wrong notion. What do you have to say about it?
Okay, so like I said, the creation of awareness, the sickle cell awareness, but is to create awareness, to create information, to enlighten people. And this is what happens to those people that die or they don't have enough information. It's because of the fact that they've carried a particular wrong perspective, wrong mindset over time. Now let me give an example of this case. When I was very, very young, I think about 2 or 3, before my mom joined the sickle cell club, then they used to use Oreptal for me. And Oreptal has iron, and sickle cell warriors should not use blood tonic or drugs that have iron in it. So this information that we pass across, like she said, they might be using the wrong medications for them. They're not even knowing, giving them herbs that can even affect their livers and their kidneys, and cause them to die. So the focus of this awareness is to create more awareness, preventive measures, how to help warriors that are already existing to have a productive life, to live healthy, as well as people that don't know. My parents didn't even know their genotype when they got married. They didn't know that they were both AS, So people are still like that. They don't know that they are both AS, and then they fall in love, then they have offspring, and then they have children and all of that. So it is focused, dedicated to create awareness about sickle cell, both to eradicate it and to help those who already live with it have a productive life.
Okay, so are there measures to reduce this pain that comes with sickle cell? There's this word they call it crisis.
Yes.
Because I've seen you had your pain before and it was very, very traumatic. Are there measures to prevent this pain and crisis, or are there measures to manage it?
Okay. For now, there's only one cure to sickle cell, which is bone marrow transplant, and it's quite unaffordable. So let's not go there. So yes,
are you sure it's unaffordable?
Of course, has some side effects.
Oh, so that's a risk.
Yeah, there are some risk factors in it.
Wow.
And all that. So, like I was saying, for somebody like me now, I think the preventive measures as what has brought me this far. First factor is God. First factor is God, and then the part of the preventive measures that has brought me this far. I know that my parents ensure that I eat well, take lots of water, use my routine drugs as a child, even though I don't like to use those drugs. Especially the B-complex, it has a very horrible smell, and then there's one that you have to use every day. There's folic acid, there's vitamin C. So there are preventive, there are management measures, like using your drug, like staying hydrated, taking lots of fluid, water to be precise. Fluid can be Pepsi, that's not healthy. Water to be precise. Also knowing the seasons and conditions of the weather, so you can always move with it. When it's hot, like now I've been hot all day, so I had to wear something very light. If it was cold, I'm wearing a very thick clothing that has to prevent me from catching a flu or having a cold and all of that. So yes, there are preventive measures to all these things.
Okay, so how can you manage the pain?
The pain. Okay, so the pain does not ever tell you that it's coming, but trying to manage yourself, not having infection, e.g. malaria, fever, can help you to reduce the crisis. Eating properly, I didn't say will help you, can help you, because you can still do all these things rightly and still have a crisis. Actually, eating healthy. Some people feed themselves with junks, no nutrient on it, and then you say, I'm having a crisis, my leg's paining me. What nutrients do you want? How do you want your blood to live? How do you want your blood to survive when you're not giving your blood the right things to do, to eat, to feed on? Feeding healthy, knowing the weather, the condition, staying off from stressful activities, knowing your body and all of that can help you reduce the rate at which you have a crisis, or can help you, not really help you, but then these things work actually.
Okay, why do you people call yourselves warrior?
Okay, so
warrior.
Okay, so the term warrior is used for people that fight battles, right? Remember, David in the Bible, David was a warrior.
Yeah.
Now, what sickle cell warriors do is that they fight every day for their lives. Daily, it's a daily survival. Your red blood cell, as a person who is AS, lasts for 120 days, while mine lasts for 10 to 20 days. It's a struggle. I have to keep up with eating healthy, doing this, doing that, taking water, taking my drugs, all those things. So it's a battle. So I think that they're deserving to be called warriors.
All right. So what do you have to say to people who are finding it so hard to accept themselves as people that live with sickle cell? It's a struggle for them to just come to that acceptance and live that life. Okay, so the first step to living a productive life for anybody, a purposeful life, is accepting yourself, loving yourself regardless of your flaws, of your color, of your skin type. Some people have their skin have been infected as children. You can't struggle with those things. It can't be changed. Can it be changed? Even if you do BMT, like bone marrow transplant, your genotype remains SS. So first accept yourself that this is SS and my genotype. Nothing can be done about it. There's really no big deal about it. So you just have to try and accept it.
Try your best to accept. So that's the first step to living life, actually.
Accept
Imagine
it.
an albino who has, or people that have, I can't remember what this thing is called. It is so that when you have different colors on your skin, and then they are like, why did my parents have me like this? Why am I yellow hair and black hair? Does that define your life? Does that define who you become in life? No. So it has nothing. It has little or nothing to do in who you become in life. So first, accept yourself and love yourself regardless.
Okay, so I would like to ask this question: is there a particular part of the body that the pain strikes to?
No, it affects any and every part of the body. Like, it does not have restriction. If it is your eyes that the red blood cells get stopped and clogged, where you have, it can affect and cause you to be blind. It can affect the penis for guys, whereby you have priapism. It is a situation where you have a long, elongated erection. It can affect the breast for ladies. It can affect your back. It can affect your waist. It can affect your knee.
It can be anywhere. Any part of the body.
It doesn't have restriction.
And it doesn't even give notice when the pain is coming. Like,
maybe you're tired, you're fatigued, maybe you have infection, you have a low blood PCV. It could be little symptoms, but it's not really full blown. Like, you can be very healthy in the morning and happy and excited, and at 7 p.m. in the evening you are down with the pain and all of that.
So here is the most important part of sickle cell, which is the stigma part. The stigma part. We live in a world where even just to have a K-leg, you are stigmatized.
Exactly.
Just to have teenage pregnancy, you are stigmatized. We live in a world where stigmatization is like norms. So when you go here, oh, that person is looking so pale. Oh, this person, this is that. This person is looking like he wants to die tomorrow. There's a whole lot of conversation that is not being said about that stigmatization aspect of being a sickle cell. How do you cope with it, and what do you have to say exactly about it?
Okay, so I totally agree with you that there's a lot not being said about stigmatization. Somebody can actually be your friend and like you, and the day they find out that you live with sickle cell, they begin to avoid you because of lack of information, basically. So they need to understand that sickle cell is not contagious. That's the first thing. The fact that we're friends doesn't mean that it's contagious. You can have a relationship, a husband, and not give them sickle cell. They know they catch am.
Okay.
It's not transmitted sexually or through spoon or those things. Secondly, sickle cell warriors are productive. They are productive. I am productive. The fear is that if we employ this girl now, she will spend almost all the days in the hospital and they will keep paying her salary. No, it's a lie. I worked after my OND. I worked for about a couple of years, and I think I fell sick maybe like twice throughout the years of my job. And even the twice, one of those sickness, it was misdiagnosis that made me stay in the hospital for so long. So all these things, they have the enlightenment is what we're doing. Stigmatization is not good, and it's because they don't know. That's why. And what you don't know, you don't know. Now imagine a person who's been born by two very lanky parents. Mom is thin and tall, father thin and tall. What do you expect the child to look like?
Skinny.
They may even be AA, and then you just look at them and like, why are you this thin? Are you this tiny? Do you have sickle cell? Are you SS? Stuff like that. So these things are because of lack of basic information. A person can, they used to say, can warriors give birth? I think we've passed that stage now. A lot of warriors have been having children, twins,
Good news.
Good news everywhere. So it has helped. So that's why we keep encouraging warriors to keep on posting their success stories.
Right.
Talk about it. So when you imagine you go through something, somebody else knows that thing is not really hard though. So warriors can go through it. I can do it too. If a warrior can do it, I can do it too. Sickle cell does not limit you to life. It does not mean it's a death sentence. No. With proper management, people that live with sickle cell look good. And so people need to accept them for who they are. Do not stigmatize against them. Do not shut them out. They didn't have sickle cell because they want to have sickle cell. No. It was given to them, passed on to them by their parents. So we need to understand that and love them for who they are. With proper information will help curb stigmatization. I believe
Alright, so on a scale of 1 to 100, how do you think the society has received information, knowledge on what sickle cell is? Because when we go back to our grandmothers, great grandmothers, we see that they are the one who tend to have this mindset, infill their children to believe that abiku ni sickle cell kini kan ni sickle cell o man ku lola won kin pe omo 30 won kin pe 20 won kin. So there's this. Do you think the society has been well informed enough? On a scale of 1 to 100, how do you think the information has been?
I can't put a figure. I think it's getting better. Unlike before, it can only get better. That's why I always love to be a part of NGOs that do things like this. That's my contribution to making sure that it gets better. It gets out there. Schools should make it. It should even be in the curriculum for students, secondary school students, university students. One of the things you must know when you're coming to school as a university student is that you must know your genotype. It will help us increase the awareness, the information that's getting out there. Exactly. So on a scale of 1 to 100, I can't put a figure, but I think it has gotten better. But it can actually get better.
Right. Yeah. So at this point, I will be asking you, what are the things you feel people should stop doing to people that live with sickle cell?
Number one, allow them live life. Very important.
Allow them.
I've seen a lot of sickle cell warriors who were not allowed to live life, and it really got them depressed. It got them to positions where they had to fall into depression. As parents, as caregivers, as siblings, as husband, as partners, as friends of persons living with sickle cell, allow them live. Because if you keep saying, oh, don't do this, oh, don't wash the dishes, oh, don't do that, oh, don't do that, when they get to be alone, how do you want them to live? They're going to be totally dependent on you if you don't allow them.
Yeah, that's true.
So allow them live life. Let them be responsible for themselves. Let them own their lives.
Let them try and
Let them make decisions for themselves. Let them be there for themselves. I know warriors whereby when their parents passed on, it was a big deal for them to move on. Because they're like, how do I want to live life? How I want to take run now? Looks like as if people don't understand them. No.
People hate them.
People hate them, exactly. It's not like that. They've been clogged to a particular place for a long period of time, and it has affected their mindsets. 2, do not stigmatize against them. I almost faced, I think I faced this, but I confronted it immediately. So it was during my ND days. I went to one of my friends' hostel to read, and I went to get water from a drum to bring to the bathroom, and she was like, that water is heavy, don't carry it. I'm like, guy, waiting they happen. No, they do this kind of thing. I don't like it.
Maybe she's just feeling pity.
Exactly. Because of the things that she has heard, the wrong things that she has carried on in her mind. I'm not going to die, don't worry. And I think it's like 5 years ago, and I'm still very healthy and active and everything.
Okay, so we've heard what we should stop doing to people that live with
Can I add
sickle cell?
one thing? Sorry. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
Employees, this is for you. You see warriors and you're like, employers, sorry. Can you do this? Can you check you can do this job? I remember watching Dazzling Mirage, and that's what almost happened. But she stood her ground and said, no, I can work on this project. I got this project for the company. I'm going to work on it. And when they realized that they were going stressed, they put her on a smaller project. The goal is that do not cut them off. Don't cut them off totally. They are productive.
Sickle cell is not a barrier.
Yes, it's not a barrier.
Okay. So thank you so much for that information. But what are the things people should start doing to people that live with sickle cell?
Show them love.
Love.
Sure, I'm serious. Be supportive. Don't tell them you can't do it. Support them.
Don't tell a sickle cell warrior that they
can't do it. No. Support them. Tell them I'll support you. That's what you want to do. Even though they will go through their challenges in that chosen field, though. But don't tell them, you can't do this one, no.
Don't discourage them.
Don't actually discourage them. No. Support them, give them the moral support you can give them the emotional support you can give them, be there for them. Next one is that be empathetic. Yes, do not sympathize with warriors. They're not going to die tomorrow. Don't make them look like, don't pity them. Don't be there for them out of pity, out of this girl gets sickle cell, she could die tomorrow, make I just be afraid. No. love them because you put yourself in their position and you know how they feel, or you know how you want to be treated if you were the one in that shoe.
No pity party.
No pity party.
All right, so thank you so much for this informative conversation. I really hope people will have learned a lot of things. You have cleared up the bad thoughts or wrong facts and notion that you have about sickle cell.
It's time for you to relearn, unlearn, and learn new things.
Sickle cell is not a curse. Sickle cell is not a death sentence. Sickle cell is not witchcraft. Sickle cell is not contagious.
It is not.
They are really, really beautiful and amazing people, bright futures, really smart. Like, I know a lot of people that live with sickle cell and they are really well doing. Like, they are amazing. The funny thing is that they are so intelligent. They are bright.
Sorry, let me cut you off. One thing I always say to warriors is that what you lack in physical strength, God has given to you in intellect, in intellectual part, your mind, because your mind is very, very vast and productive, and you can do anything you can think of, actually.
And to whoever is kind of depressed or feeling down and you live with sickle cell, please try to just encourage yourself. Come out of your shell. First, accept yourself, love yourself, embrace yourself, and just pray to God for that grace to be more and do more, because definitely you were actually made for more. So do not let sickle cell be a barrier. Like, don't let it. You heard us say sickle cell shouldn't be a barrier. Maybe to walk, to learn something new, to go out, to explore. Just live your life. Even as a person that lives with sickle cell, live your life. Thank you so much for watching. Do also subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed.
Turn on the bell, please.
Yes, turn on the notification bell. Drop your comments in the comment section. If you have someone that lives with sickle cell, if you have an experience with them, how was it? I hope you love them and you took care of them well. And if you live with sickle cell, please share us your experience. Let us know how you are managing the crisis and everything. Let us know how you are facing the stigma out there. Do also subscribe once again. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching this video till the very end. Trust me, you do someone a great help by sharing this video to them. Don't forget to subscribe and please know your genotype. Bye.